CBS Radio brings you The Couple Next Door, written by Peg Lynch and starring Peg Lynch and Ethel and Bunce.
Dear, I think I heard the dog scratching at the door. Let him out.
He is out.
Well, then let him in.
Oh. Boy, it seems to me with all these animals around here, we spend half our time letting the dog in or the dog out or the cat's in or the cat's out. All right. Get in, Brownie. Hurry up. Oh, and look at the scratch marks on the front door.
I know,
That's
dear.
disgraceful.
And it isn't only the front door. Close it, will you? It's cold.
Oh, golly. You know, I brought home some reports from the office to do tonight. Seems to me I've done nothing but jump up and down, open the front door.
Mm-hmm.
One of the three is either going in or going out.
I know, dear. I do it all day long. Just get off. Brownie, get off that sofa. Get off.
No, don't yell at him like that.
Well, do you think he should be on the sofa with his wet feet?
Well, no, but you don't get anywhere yelling at a dog. You just break his spirit. Now, look at him, see? Ears all drooping. Well, come here, boy. Come here.
That's fine.
Yes,
I
he's a nice
scold him and
doggy,
you
yes.
praise him. It's no wonder he never learns anything.
You'll never get anything out of a dog by hollering at him. It's all right to be firm, but don't yell. Yeah, doesn't like to be yelled at, does he? No. No, he's such a good dog. Yeah, he likes to have his ears rubbed, huh? Sure he does. All right, that's enough now. I got some work to do. Go on. No, that is enough now. You can stay here, but lie down. Lie down, Brownie. Lie down. Lie down!
Why, he doesn't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. Nobody has ever taken the time and trouble to really train him. You were going to, but every time I suggested you spend some time, you're always busy. Just like now, dear. I mean, I don't blame you. I know you have work to do, but you don't follow through on things.
Okay, I will now take a few minutes to teach Brownie to lie down. Brownie, lie down. Lie down. Brownie, lie down. Lie down. No, I don't want to shake hands. Brownie, now look, can you sit? Huh? Sit.
Oh, shake hands with him.
I am not teaching him to shake hands.
I know, but he thinks you're mad at him.
Well,
Look at him holding his little paw up in there.
Okay, all right. Shake hands. Good, now he sits.
Well, that's what I said. He doesn't understand. Betsy has played with him, but she doesn't know how to train a dog, and he knows certain phrases are familiar, but he doesn't associate the correct meaning.
Well, he ought to. He's a bright dog.
Well, I always thought so. I thought it was a shame he wasn't better trained. We got him, but lately I've wondered if maybe he is kind of stupid.
Stupid?
Well, darling, I know he's very lovable.
Brownie, stupid?
Dear, he's very lovable and he's very affectionate and he adores everybody. But he doesn't come when he's called, only once in a while, and lately he's taken to going right up and lying in the middle of the main road. He just lies there. The cars come whizzing by.
You mean he's taken to chasing cars?
No. He doesn't chase them at all. He ignores them. He makes it easier for them to kill him. He just lies there in the middle of the road. Why, a man stopped one day and told me about it. And now when I hear screeching of brakes and a frantic horn blowing, I know Brownie's been lying in the middle of the road there.
Well, we've certainly got to put a stop to that.
How?
Well, when you catch him lying out there, you should speak to him sharply and take a folded newspaper with you so you can give him a little whack with it. Then he knows he's being punished.
We are 300 feet from the main road. I can't spend my day chasing down the driveway with a folded newspaper to see if Brownie is lying in the main road.
Well, he'll be killed if he keeps it up.
Of course he will. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, couldn't you open the door and just call him every now and then so he sticks closer to the house?
Well, I do, but when I've seen Brownie wandering off, I have called to him. Know what he does? Waggles his tail and then just zooms off in the opposite direction. Now, I'm telling you, dear,
right,
he
Brownie.
does not obey.
Brownie, I'll show you now. I want you to sit down.
I don't think you're supposed to use different words, are you? I mean, you should either say sit or sit down, but not both of them. And you should say it in the same tone of voice. Like, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Or else just sit. Sit.
All right.
Sit.
All right, if you know so much about training a dog, how come you haven't taken a hand here all this
I
time?
don't know anything about it. But what made me think of all this was an article I read in a magazine today. Let me find it. I just
Brownie.
read it. I read it somewhere.
Sit.
Oh, what was it in?
Sit.
It's over here
Sit down.
Oh, there. When he does a thing well, he should be rewarded with a biscuit.
Does it well. I hardly think it could be said he did it well when I had to shove his hindquarters down by force onto the floor.
Well, try him again. Now, this article said, you have to keep doing a thing over and over and over and over.
Brownie,
again.
sit down.
Only way he gets
Sit down. Sit down. No, I don't want to shake hands. Sit down.
Honey, you said not to yell at him.
Well, all right. I guess he's too old. He's too old to learn anything new. Now, we should really have trained him when he was a puppy.
No, he is not too old. This article, where is it? I just read it today. I can't even think which magazine it was in here. Anyhow, this article said, contrary to what is generally thought, a dog is never too old to learn.
Brownie must be 2 years old.
We got him 2 years ago, February.
2 years old.
And he was he was born the same day the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock. Yes, he was just about,
What'd you say?
That would be, got him at the end of February. So, yeah,
Brownie was born the same day the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock?
Yeah, December 21st. That's why I remember it.
Naturally. Well, you don't mean the same year. I mean, Brownie's not 340 years old.
Don't be silly.
Well, I didn't think so. I guess I should be used to your way of remembering things after years of being married to you.
Well, anyhow, Brownie is not too old to be trained, and if we can't do it, then I think we should get some professional advice.
Yeah? Where?
Well, there's a new dog school here in town. Mrs. Houston told me about it. She's thinking of taking her French poodle there. And she said that...
Dog school?
Yes, and I don't know how much it costs, but Mrs. Houston said she heard that the school was just wonderful. And she said she thought that the tuition was around...
Tuition?
Yes, means the cost.
Yeah, I know what tuition means. So if he takes...
Mrs. Houston said Brownie could have private lessons, but she thinks they're more expensive, with Brownie having his own private teacher. And what's the matter?
Go on.
Well, the tuition is less if Brownie were in a group. They'd all have their, classroom work together.
Are you kidding?
Well, that's what it's called, classroom work. And once a week we'd have to take him to class. Once a week for 12 weeks. Although you can't slack up. You have to keep him at his homework the other days of the week,
Homework?
Well, it's what they call it, dear. And then at the end of 12 weeks, he takes his final examinations. And if he passes, he will graduate with the rest of the class.
Graduate?
Yes, and I guess they have a kind of...
Brownie will graduate?
Yes, and I guess they have a kind of a little ceremony, and he gets a diploma of some kind. Oh, stop looking like that.
I don't even pay tuition to send my own kids to private school. Now I'm sending my dog.
Oh, look.
What does he learn in 12 weeks? Will he get a basic course in human relations, the humanities, or can he sign up for landscape gardening so that he learns not to bury his bones right in the middle of our lilies of the valley, maybe? Huh?
Very funny, yes, very funny. Look, if you're going to be that way, there's no point
now listen
discussing.
To me. Listen
you
to
listen to me. You listen to me.
Yeah.
I think the reason Mrs. Houston suggested this was because Brownie jumped all over her with his muddy feet when she arrived the other day. Because you have never discouraged him from jumping up like that.
Well...
You're so flattered when you come home, and Brownie leaps up on you and licks your face and carries on hysterically. And
Brownie is a very loving, affectionate dog.
Well, being loving and affectionate around the family is one thing. But Brownie does it to everybody that walks in.
All right, he likes people, don't you, boy, huh? You like people, don't you? Yes.
Well,
you're affectionate.
People don't like Brownie jumping up on them, I'll tell you that, and it has nothing to do with liking dogs. I don't like to go visiting people myself and have their dog nearly knock me over when I walk in. And then when I sit down, have him practically roost in my lap, panting and drooling all over me while his owner says, "Oh, don't mind Poochie. My, he certainly likes you." Well, I don't want him to like me. I don't want to spend an evening with somebody's dog breathing in my face. Which our dog always does to our guests, and you have encouraged it, dear. Now,
look, if you're referring to the night that Mr. Cranshaw was here, he loved having Brownie jump up on his lap. He said so. He loved it.
What else could he say? No man likes it thought he doesn't like dogs. No guest is going to say to his host, "Throw this mutt outside. He's got dog hair all over me. He's drooled on my $5 tie." Why, Mr. Cranshaw kept picking dog hairs off all evening, and you kept saying, "My, he's certainly taken a liking to you, Mr. Cranshaw." My,
well, I guess I did. You know, you always think everybody else loves your dog the way you do,
Well,
huh?
something's got to be done with Brownie.
All right, call the dog school. Find out how much the tuition is, though, before we decide.
Yes, I see. Well, thank you very much. Well, we thought we might be interested in our dog taking one of your group classes. What? Oh, well, hold on, please, would you? Dear, we don't want Brownie specially trained to show him, do we?
Show him what?
Oh, enter him in the kennel show. Show him what?
Enter him in the kennel show, Brownie? That's for pedigreed dogs, for Pete's sake. Well, you can't even tell from looking at Brownie who his parents were.
Oh, hello?
Don't tell the guy that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Honey.
Hold on again, please. What is the matter?
Don't tell the guy that Brownie isn't a blue blood. He might not get in. They probably only accept dogs who belong in the canine social register. That's probably true.
Hello? No, we don't intend to show him. He's a family dog. Yes. Oh, I see. All right, thank you. Sending us a pamphlet on the school. Classes have already started for this semester, but the tuition is $35 for 12 weeks, and then $30 for the next 12 weeks if the dog wants to return for graduate study.
Graduate study?
And if we decide to enroll Brownie, we have to bring him down first for a personal interview. Well, that's what he said.
$35.
Well, we're not training him, dear. If he doesn't learn to obey, we won't keep him.
I know. Does that $35 include everything?
I don't know. What do you mean? He's sending us a pamphlet.
No, I mean, is there a school uniform? Do all the dogs wear little coats with brass buttons or something?
Oh,
and matching leashes?
Oh, don't be silly.
Well, look.
What do you think?
I think we are absolutely out of our minds to even think of sending our dog to a private school. However, it's our own fault for not taking time to really train him ourselves. Now he has got to unlearn things before he can even learn them. But we love him and we want to keep him, so he has to learn to obey.
You want to go to school, Brownie? Huh? Do you?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. If you do go, and I spend $35 to put you through school by jumping Jupiter, you better be the class valedictorian.
Oh, I think we'll be happy if he does the salutatorian.
Yeah, well, we'll be lucky if he doesn't flunk.
Yes.
All right. Now, Brownie, sit down. Sit. No, I don't want to shake.
CBS News literally has ears and ears around the world. There is no major news center of the globe not within minutes or hours of the nearest CBS newsman. Once a story breaks, it remains under constant surveillance by the CBS newsman or news team that gets there and stays there until history has all the facts. These are factors that make for the reputation of CBS News as the first word in speed, the last word in accuracy. CBS News on CBS Radio, exclusive to you in this station's listening area. The Couple Next Door stars Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce.